Hi guys, welcome to Wahala Nade, the home of African movie recaps. Let's get straight into the Wahala.
Today's movie is called Illiterate Boss Lady. Mike, I can't pronounce his real name, is looking for a job, but the manager rudely tells him that there's no job and asks him to leave. But, the illiterate boss lady, Oni, I can't also pronounce her name, hires him as her personal assistant. His first task is to get all the papers Oni has been signing without knowing what was written on them. Linda, a staff, talks rudely and dismisses him. Mike becomes suspicious. Linda decides to discuss what happened to the manager. The staff conduct a meeting to discuss Mike, but he walks in on them. When they try to force him out, he slaps them and chases them out of the boardroom. When they report him to Oni, she doesn't do anything. His suspicion becomes greater. He requests for the documents from Linda, but she says the manager has them. When the manager appears and Mike requests for the documents, the manager refuses to give Mike the documents. Mike slaps him and drags him to his office to take the documents. He reports to Oni that they were stealing from her. After the chaos, the manager calls the police to arrest Mike. Mike is arrested, but he stops and tells them he is innocent. They instantly release him, leaving the staff shocked. Oni falls asleep. Her father appears to her and informs her to make Mike the CEO of the company. As she wakes up, she remembers her past of how her adopted parents mistreated her. But her biological mother found her and took her home. Her father was overjoyed. But due to lack of education, they decide to employ 2 tutors to improve her dressing and walking as well as her English. They then introduce her to the company staff as their heiress to the company. Due to her poor language, the staff started laughing, but her parents didn't mind it. When Oni's parents left for a trip, they die in an accident, leaving Oni alone with vultures all around. The manager and Linda begin to give her documents with large amounts than needed. Back to the present, Oni calls for a meeting and appoints Mike as the CEO. Though most of the staff spoke against it, Oni stood her ground and they walk out. The staff held a meeting, discussing how to get rid of Mike. Their first action was to poison his drink, and they do, but it doesn't affect him as he enters their office shortly after taking his drink. The second deed was poisoning Oni's drink served by her secretary, but Mike saves Oni. We learn Linda actually poisoned it. When Mike visits Oni's at home, he uncovers that her cook has been swindling her. In the midst of the visit, the cook tries to poison Mike, but he notices it and asks her to drink the drink. For fear of dying, she confesses. With the help of Mike, Oni's company is rid of all the vultures. Mike ends up proposing to Oni, and she says yes. The movie was called Illiterate Boss Lady. Most times, love is truly blind.